Welcome back to today's deep dive. We are jumping into this really captivating text today called The Weightless Art of Surrender. And for those of you listening, we're exploring that huge gap between just falling and, well, actually surrendering.
Yeah, it is such a beautiful piece of magical realism to dig into.
It really is. So picture this. You are standing at the edge of a cliff, but the text describes it as a cliff shaped like a sigh.
Oh, I love that phrasing so much.
Right. And you're strapping yourself under a kite. But it's not, it's not like that cheap plastic diamond kite from when you were a
Oh,
kid.
it's definitely not. I mean, the text says it's this enormous, impossible bird, white as milk teeth.
Milk teeth, yeah.
And the details are so meticulous, like the feathers are painted with such precision that even the wind believes they are real.
Which is just such a wild image. So you're strapped into this thing and you're sprinting toward the edge. It's essentially this ultimate emotional trust fall.
Absolutely, because the whole setup relies entirely on you. The
Right.
bird does the rest, but you have to make that jump.
And there's this really visceral moment right before liftoff. Your body is basically screaming, "Are you serious?"
And your brain just has to answer completely.
Yes,
Yes.
completely.
Yeah.
Which, if you think about it, goes against every basic survival instinct we have. I mean, how do you actually convince your nervous system to just let go of the solid ground?
Well, that tension right there is the whole core of the text.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a fundamental difference between falling and surrendering.
Because falling is passive, right? Like
Yeah.
you just tripped or gravity took over.
Exactly. Falling happens to you. But surrendering, that requires you to actively override your amygdala. You are making this deliberate choice to align yourself with a bigger force.
So you're not just giving up control to nothingness.
No, not at all.
Hmm.
The text has this great line where it says the kite knows thermals, those warm-up drafts, like old friends. It tilts into them the same way you tilt your face towards someone you completely trust.
Oh, wow. So it's an active partnership. You are collaborating with the air.
Right. You're transferring your trust to the current. And that cognitive shift is the only way you convince your brain to actually step off that ledge.
And the payoff for that trust is just this incredible freedom. The text describes looking down, and the fields look like a grandmother's quilt.
Yeah, and the clouds look like they've literally been waiting for your arrival.
Yeah.
It's so serene.
It is. But of course, gravity always collects its debts eventually. And I thought this was so fascinating. The text argues that the absolute hardest part of the flight isn't the jump, it's actually the landing.
Yeah, and not because hitting the ground physically hurts.
Right. It's a psychological thing.
Exactly. It's the shock of having to, as the author says, become heavy again. Because up in the air, you're in this state of suspended consequence.
So when you return to Earth, you're just instantly taking back all those earthly burdens.
Every single one of them.
But there's this lingering feeling, right? Like the girl's feet are back on the grass, but the text says her heart is still up there doing lazy circles over the gold-green world.
I mean, it's a beautiful duality. She is physically grounded, but emotionally, she's still soaring.
Yeah, and earlier the author mentions the wind whispering secrets on the way down. I sort of felt like that lingering sensation of weightlessness is the true secret here.
I think you're spot on. The secret is really about where reality lives. I mean, the piece ends with this incredible paradox.
Oh, right, the line about things being most real when they almost aren't.
Yes, the girl's not quite on the ground, and the kite is not quite a bird. They are existing in this liminal space between pure imagination and physical reality.
And that space is where true emotional weightlessness actually happens.
Exactly. It's not about escaping the ground forever. It's about realizing that you have the internal capacity to trust, to exist in that suspended state, even if it's just for a brief moment.
Which really makes you think about how much time we spend dreading that heavy return to our daily obligations.
Oh, completely. We are so weighed down by real life.
Right. So, for everyone listening, I want to leave you with this. If becoming heavy again is the hardest part of surrendering to flight, what is the everyday gravity in your own life that makes it so difficult for you to just let go in the first place?